What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a great day. I hope your New Year's is starting out pretty well since we're still in January. And New Year's was like only a few days ago or a week ago. I also hope that you guys are having a blessed day as well. Hope that you know God loves you. And I hope that God gives you grace and care. And for the people that don't feel like they have grace nor care, I hope that you know that it's always there for you and that you do matter. I'm not sure if anybody saw my post. Probably not sure. I was basically explaining I was having somewhat technical issues because I like to record on my phone as I can do it on the fly, especially when I have things to do throughout the day. And I wasn't able to record anything because I was running out of storage on my phone. So I had to fix that up and whatnot. But just in case, most likely nobody read it. Yeah, obviously. But to explain what I wanted to talk about in this specific conversation was the comparisons that people are making to the now newly revealed Batman and James Gunn's last episode of Creature Commandos. James Gunn's been doing a great job with this animated show. It's really fun. It's clearly his style. It's kind of like his DC version of what Guardians of the Galaxy would be, which a lot of people, for some reason, were okay with when it was Marvel. But now that he's run over to DC and is doing the same thing, now people seem to have a problem with it. Some people do. I'm not sure how many. What I wanted to talk about in reality was his DCU Batman. We didn't see anything, just pretty much Batman standing in the shadows, looking cool as fuck, as always. Just looking dope. What I will say that I'm genuinely confused about, in all seriousness, is people saying that this Batman needs to be a spectacular version of Batman, meaning he cannot fit in with the DC, meaning that he can rather fit in with the DCU universe that James Gunn is creating. They don't want Robert Pattinson's Batman in there because Robert Pattinson's Batman is too realistic, too serious, too grounded, which I agree. Now, what I don't agree on is people saying that this suit, people want this Batman suit in the DCU to be gray and blue with the trunks on the outside. Now, I don't have a problem with it being gray and blue with the trunks on the outside. That's classic Batman. But what I find hilarious is that people are complaining about the trunks being on the outside of the suit for Superman and James Gunn's new upcoming film, which I've spoken about in my other videos. You guys have a problem with that and say that it looks ridiculous, looks like cosplay, looks like it came from, Walmart. It looks cheap. But you're perfectly fine with asking for the trunks on the outside of Batman's suit. Now, this may sound like a stupid argument to any normal person that's not into this stuff. And this may sound dumb to people that are into it. But what I find genuinely confusing is, again, the astounding irony that, yeah, let's have Batman wear trunks on the outside of his suit, and that's completely accepted and cool. But let's have Superman not have that. And the fact that he does, because it's comic accurate, people have a problem with it. But nobody has a problem with asking for it for Batman. Now, I'm not saying everyone's asking for that, but I've seen a good vast majority of people going toward that type of direction and asking for a gray and blue suit with the trunks on the outside with the white eyes on the cowl. Now, I love Batman. I hope that they either pick Jensen Ackles or Alan Richardson, and there was one other guy, can't remember his name, slipping my mind, something Scalard, something like that. I believe that Jensen Ackles would be a great choice. He's already voicing Batman. Rest in peace to Mr. Connery, who's been voicing Batman for, I believe, 2 decades, if not a few more, but I believe it was 2. Classic, legend. Rest in peace to that guy. Definitely. Loved him. Did a great job. Obviously, was, I believe, voiced Batman in the animated Batman show as well. But for James Gunn's upcoming Batman Brave and the Bold, the fact that everyone is okay with the fact that they're asking for a Batman with trunks in the outside of the suit, I just find it funny. And the reason why I find it funny is because it's blatantly ignorant. It's blatant bias. It's blatant, I don't know what Superman's about. I don't know what Superman is. I don't know what the character of Superman aspires to. I don't understand Superman. Instead of just saying that, instead of just going towards what I just said, and a lot of you people going towards that direction, you guys rather just talk shit as if you know your shit about Superman. And you don't. And you don't. His first debut was in 1933, The Reign of the Superman. He actually started out as an evil, maniacal man, utilizing his powers to create turmoil amongst humanity, believe it or not. So, if anything, Superman's first rendition in 1933 that ran for 99 cents, if not less, I believe 99 cents or even 1 cent, his first spawn into reality, into someone's mind, was actually what Lex Luthor is. And there's even a conversation I want to talk about because people are saying Lex Luthor resembles Agent 47. And I'm like, okay, I get it. He's bold with a suit. Yeah, I get it. But who did it first? It wasn't Agent 47 because Codename 47 came out in 1999, which is the first Hitman game. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. But anyway, Superman in 1938, in his official debut in Action Comics #1, which is actually the most expensive comic book to this day, was wearing trunks in the outside of his suit, holding a car over his head, slightly leaning the car down because I believe he was putting it down. He was saving somebody or there was a thug in there. I believe he was saving someone. And people were looking at him in awe, some were running. He was wearing trunks on the outside of his suit. Everybody here complains and talks about comic accuracy. Like I said in one of my other videos, you guys say so-and-so in the comics is actually strong. I don't know why they're making him look like this in this specific show and episode. You guys refer to comics. Then when you get accurate comic book reflections, representations, then we want to complain. But for Batman, let's definitely argue for the fact that he should have trunks on the outside of his suit. Again, this sounds dumb. This sounds like, why are you talking about this? What's the point? My point is that, again, people are ignorant and biased when it comes between Superman and Batman. They're ignorant. Another Batman game by Rocksteady that may possibly be a PS5 exclusive, which I'm hoping it's not a PlayStation exclusive. I'm hoping that it's on all platforms, if and when that comes out. But people, complaining that, that game is only going to be on there, and you guys want it. You guys want another Batman game. You guys want more Batman movies. I believe I read a comment of somebody saying that they might as well hold off on the whole DCU universe building until they get the Batman thing figured out. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. They're not going to sit here. Nobody wants anybody to sit here, right? And wait on an entire universe of films that we can have and TV shows we can have of superheroes we grew up watching, all because they don't have Batman figured out for you. It is not all about you, and it's not all about Batman. The fact that anybody would want an entire no Green Lantern TV show, no new Aquaman, no new Wonder Woman, no new Deadman, no new nothing, just nothing at all. Captain Atom, nothing. You guys don't want anything else. I want to see, I believe the guy with no face, question or question mark, something like that. You guys know who I'm talking about. True DC fans know who I'm talking about. He has no face. He wears that old school detective outfit. I believe his name is Question. I want to see him in something, in a live action. That would be really fucking cool. But no, let's sit here and let's not have anything because they don't got Batman figured out. This is what I'm talking about. The glaze needs to fucking stop. Stop glazing one particular character. I get it. The dude is the biggest moneymaker right now for DC. But Superman, like I said before, broke a record. Superman 2025 broke a fucking record for the most viewed teaser trailer in DC and Warner Brothers history. Yes, I am a huge Superman glazer. Yes, I'm a huge Superman fan, but I'm a big fan of DC regardless. I want to see Batman. I want to see Jensen Ackles or Alan Richardson play him. I want to see that. I want to see Batman Brave and the Bold, I believe will be written by James Gunn as well and put out. Like, I want to see that. I'm also upset that the Batman suit got pushed and delayed. That happens with sequels all the time. But I'm upset just like you guys nonetheless. My problem is, though, stop being so biased. Like, I don't get it. The amount of reshoots for Captain America is horrendous, yet nobody is saying anything about that. There's not a lot of negativity toward that. But you guys hear a couple of rumors of the test screening for Superman, rumors who were actually spread by a guy, I forgot his name, it's something Snyder, I believe David Snyder. I can't really remember his name, but his last name is Snyder or Schneider. It's one of the two. He wasn't allowed into the test screening for the film of Superman and started spreading rumors. Rumors that weren't even true. And people believed it immediately. Why? Because they want to hate Batman. They want to hate Superman. My apologies. They want to hate Superman for whatever reason. You guys have to understand, just like I said in my other video of don't ruin this film. You guys got to stop. The fact that you're asking for trunks on the outside of Batman's suit, but then complain that it was on the outside of Superman's suit is ridiculous. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. I'm using that as an example to tell you guys that you really need to think about how biased and idiotic and stupid that all sounds. One particular character is not allowed to have that. But this guy, he definitely is. That's dumb because you're asking for the same thing. It's the same thing between iPhone and Samsung. You guys are sitting here roasting iPhone users. There's iPhone users out there like this, which is horrendous, crazy to me. It's horrendous. You guys roast people that have Androids, which are Samsungs, and think that what you have is better. And the dichotomy between that is insane. Like, it's a phone irregardless. It's going to have the same usage. It's going to do the same thing as every other phone that we have in this day and age, in modern times. So to draw back to Superman and Batman, they're both characters from DC, Superman coming first, Batman coming second. They both fight for truth and justice. Batman does it through vigilantism, I believe it's called, and Superman does it through his heroism. But both, at the end of the day, have the same outcomes. Beat up the bad guy, save people, protect the innocent. That's literally what they stand by. Morals, ethics, justice, and the duty to the people. Serve the innocent. Protect them. And stop the bad. Prevent them from hurting the innocent. It's all the same thing at the end of the day. But this whole groupthink that people have, your sheep mentality, is just a poison. It has killed so many things. Just like I said in my last video, and I'm going to say it again. You guys hated Henry Cavill when he was Superman. When he was Superman. When he was. You hated him. Said he was dark. Said he was depressing. Said that Snyder had no idea what he was doing. But then they release this new Superman, and now everyone is complaining that they want Cavill back. That they're not going to watch it because Cavill's not in it. But you didn't love him when he was Superman. It's the same thing right now. You can't be asking for a character to have trunks on the outside of his suit, but then complain that the one character who did it, who's doing it now and did it first, has trunks on the outside of his suit. You can't keep hating one thing and then asking for another thing to have that same thing the one thing you're hating has, and then expect things to go smoothly. You guys gotta stop with this. It's ridiculous. Give love to both characters. We need success right now. This whole DCU thing gotta blow up. It got to. It needs to, and it will. But you guys gotta stop being so biased, man. Down to the smallest things. Again, I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm talking about just suit comparisons, but it is something that I wanted to speak on because the bias is going to kill a lot of things. It's going to kill the ability to see Wonder Woman on the big screen again, and possibly even in a better light with more action, with possibly even a better actress. You don't know. Seeing Green Lantern in a TV show on Max, HBO Max, it can be great, and it's going to be great. But it will not continue if you guys just complain and moan and bitch about Batman this and Batman that and Batman this and Batman that. No, Batman should have this and Batman should have that. And it's just like, once that becomes all you get, which is what we've been getting for the last couple of years, for about the better part of a decade, if not a couple of more years than a decade, if we continue down that road of being that biased, all you're going to get is Batman. And you can lie and say, yeah, I don't care. That's all I want. You can lie and say that. But it is not going to do anything for you because at some point, you're going to get sick of it. At some point, and I've said it before in my other videos, and I'll keep saying it until the message gets out there. We're not going to get Flash in another TV show, possibly a better one. In another film, possibly a better one. A Flash video game. We're not going to get any of that. We're not going to see a better Aquaman. We're not going to see Cyborg. We're not going to see who we want to see, Green Arrow. Maybe even a better Green Arrow universe. Maybe a solo Green Arrow film with a proper representation of him and Black Canary's fucking relationship. We're not going to get that shit if you guys keep doing this. I'm just telling you the truth. You don't want to listen? You want to get mad at me? You want to get mad at everyone else? Say, no, Batman, Batman, Batman. Go ahead, take your Batman. Take that stance with your Batman and watch what happens. Just watch what happens. Watch what happens. Watch when that's all you fucking get. You'll be happy for the first couple years. I can guarantee that. You'll be happy. We'll all be happy. And then we're going to get tired of it. Because why? We're human beings. There's only so much you can do the same thing before you get annoyed. And on top of that, for Americans and for Europeans that live in first world countries, we all know how we all get. We get to the point of exhaustion of doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Of having the same thing over and over and over and over. I'm telling you guys, pay attention to your bias. Start showing love to these other characters so we can get more. Stop complaining about stupid little things like suits. Suits that are comic accurate to begin with. Nobody complained that there's a collar. Like, people have complained down to this very small detail. And this is how ridiculous it is. This is why I had to speak on this. No one complained that there was a collar on the suit of Robert Pattinson's Batman. On his suit, there's a collar goes up. Nobody complained about that, but everyone's complaining about the fact that there's a collar on the new Superman suit, and that new Superman suit resembles the new 52 Superman suit. And what makes it even crazier is that you guys keep referring back to New 52 Superman and saying that that suit is good, but then yet complaining that this suit actually resembles that suit. Like, do you hear yourself? That's like me asking for water and saying, hey, this isn't exactly the water I want. Can I have that water that's just like this water? Because I need to hydrate. Even though it's water, it's the same type of water, and I'm going to hydrate regardless. I'm telling you guys, that's how stupid a lot of you sound. That's how dumb a lot of you sound. And I'm sorry to put it that way, but I got to be straight up with y'all. That's how a lot of you sound. I'm just letting you know right off the bat. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoy this conversation. Let me know what you guys think. Talk with me about it. If you don't matter. Just really question yourself sometimes. Or question other people if you need to. Really think, why are they being that way? Like, don't be afraid to go against the crowd. Don't be afraid to go against the grain. Don't be afraid to do that. Just don't. Be you. If you have a problem with it or you see something that seems weird, say something about it. Speak your mind. Don't say it because everyone else is saying it. Don't say what everyone else is saying. Don't do what everyone else is doing. If you see something weird, not even on some superhero shit, but if you see something weird regardless, and you think it's weird, and you're seeing a bunch of other people or you're reading a bunch of comments of other people saying the same thing, and you're like, okay, I don't want to say this thing that I'm thinking because I feel that I'm going to be rejected or judged for thinking that. Don't be afraid to push against the grain. Don't be afraid to sit there and think for yourself and push against the crowd and be like, nah, you know what? I think it's kind of weird that this and this and that is like this. Like, I don't like that. I think that's weird. Don't be afraid to say that shit. Because that's what we need more of, people to think for themselves. We need people that have the ability to think for themselves. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope y'all enjoy this. I know I got a little heated. I got a little passionate. You know, just got to be able to say what I got to say. I got to speak my mind. But yeah, love y'all. Peace.